Okay. So this semester, you've been studying the history of China. So what would you say have been your biggest takeaway from all of it?
My biggest takeaway from history channel this semester definitely have to be learning about how the Western culture has influenced Eastern culture and how destructive and incredibly radical the two cultures can be. Like we see in the past, when Western culture was originally introduced into China in the early 20th century, we see a lot of bloodshed that has occurred, like the Opium Wars, several rebellions, series of influence, 200 years of humiliation. And we even see that today, how Ai Weiwei, a Western influenced Chinese born citizen, has come under fire from Chinese media and has been supported by Western media and has just created like a political war.
So, considering both history and contemporary situations, would you say that introducing Western ideas into China is a positive thing?
From a historical standpoint, no, because we have had, or Chinese people have had a lot of conflict when Western culture has tried to be introduced to them. But if we find a way to introduce Western culture into China without any conflict or uprisings, it could be very productive and beneficial to everyone, to literally everyone.
So, if we were able to find a way to integrate the two, which parts of each culture would you say are important and positive?
Well, in the West, historically, especially in Europe, it's always been about competition between companies and people. Whereas in the East, it's always been about the development of culture and the progress of the people as one nation, rather than competing against each other. Even though there have been wars, Chinese people have come out of the wars as one unified people and have continued the scientific advancement and not destroyed their entire culture. That makes sense.
So, with a kind of historical perspective, would you say that a more competitive society and the gains it can bring are worth the social strains it can put on a society?
Mm, yes and no, because it is worth the scientific advancement, but if it's if the scientific advancement caused the division of people and the division of a nation, it might cause all that scientific advancement to go to the dogs and then have the entire nation implode on itself because of their competitiveness.
So, with an understanding of the past and the present, looking to the future, do you think that these two cultures will be able to work together in a globalized world?
Mm, yes, I do believe it will happen, but it won't happen over a long period of time or over through negotiations that have happened like these past 50, 60 years. It will most likely happen the mutual cooperation of both cultures will most likely happen in a single world changing event that will force the East and the West to work together against some greater enemy and will definitely create a better society.